Good afternoon. This is video journal number 7 for sales class. And this video journal is where we need to find two additional link sites that we discovered while doing research for clients and that we use to create Project 3, and post a link to the video journal and discuss how show the site using screencasts. Alrighty, well, one of the sites that I use is called Nielsen, and I'll go in here to Nielsen. Nielsen was helped me to get the ratings that I was able to show for the Greensboro area, and I'll go in and just kind of tell you, and we'll follow along what I did here with Nielsen. I went on the main Nielsen site and I scrolled down to the bottom and found where it said audience measurement. I clicked there. Then it came up here, and then I scrolled down again and clicked audio measurement again right here. And then it came up to the next site, and I went down to the bottom, and wait a minute, where did it go? For more information about radio measurement, visit our Nielsen Audio. Click there. There it is. And then when I got here, I took it to the bottom again, where it says radio ratings. And so I went there to radio ratings. And then I had to fill out some information where it asked for my name, last name. So I typed in my last name, Funderburk. Or Funderburk is supposed to go second, Funderburk. And then I just typed in Rod to keep it as short as possible. And I guess I am a Mr. And then the company I put in for Cyptech, because so I'm doing the schoolwork for. Then I put in my Cyptech email address. It also asked for a zip code. I wasn't sure what the zip code was, so I put in 27127. Industry, just did radio. And I know I wasn't telling the truth here, but I put I am a current Nielsen client. I hit submit. Then I could go up here to click here. Click there. And then it asked me to select the market. So what I did was I found the Greensboro Triad area market, which is here, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point. Clicked on it. Then I hit go. So when I hit go, these are the ratings here that came up from Nielsen. That was, of course, it was released in July 16th. And these are the ratings that came up. I think my ratings were listed in June because I did mine a little earlier. And it listed these stations here. So I actually used this same graph here inside of my presentation for project number 3. There was another site that I used called News Generation as well. And let's see if we can find newsgeneration.com. And so I went to newsgeneration.com. And here in newsgeneration.com is where I found information on the millennials, Generation X, as well as the baby boomers. And actually what I did before was, it didn't come up this way, but I went to Google and typed in research on who's listening as far as the generations who are listening. And it actually brought me directly to this site. So I'm not exactly sure. Let me see if I can type it in here and just do some millennial, something like that. Generation X and baby boomers. Let's see here. It did not go to the exact site that I was on, but I know there was newsgeneration.com is the site that I was on when I had gotten it, the information. And then there was another site that I use inside radio. And I actually did a Google search on the difference between FM and AM, and it took me to the inside radio. Let's see if I can do another Google search and see if that comes up. What's the difference in FM and AM radio. And I actually did this off my PC at home, and it's a little older, so it is possible. And I went here, let's see, which is completely different. That went to Progressive Radio. Let's see here, which is a little bit different. Let me see if we can back out and find if it takes us to AM, to a generation site. Let's see here. But I do know it was generation.com, newsgeneration.com, but I don't see any one of those sites up under here as I look for it. But I promise you it was newsgeneration.com. I would not lie to you. But at least the Nielsen worked correctly on here. I don't know what's going on with the other ones. Let's see here. Trying to find this puppy. Uh-oh, it's saying my power source is about to go. I don't see it. Miss Amy, give me 1 second. I'm going to pause here. Okay, Miss Amy, sorry about that. But this is the site that I went to. Yeah, this is it. When I went to What's the Difference in AM Radio, I went to Who's Listening AM Radio by the Numbers. And I clicked on there, and it went to Who's Listening AM Radio by the Numbers. And this is where I got the numbers on who's listening to what. And it was right in here. It was saying that, of course, over 274 million people are listening to radio. And weekly up here where it says FM Weekly Q, 2017, 235 million are listening. And then at AM stations, 57 million. So that's where I had gotten those stats from that I put into the numbers. And that's Inside Radio. And who's listening? The most trusted news and radio, supposedly, is what they're saying. But that's where I am. And so those are the two sites that I visited to help me with project number 3, as well as RAB, which is what you gave us, and the other links. And thank you for those, because I did need those for stats. And I did enjoy this class. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your help and willingness to help me with it. And look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much. Bye.